There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Think Like a Pro call, where we follow the 4 commitments, and it is 4 of your elite leaders. And tonight, Dr. Jean DeLucia, Pro 7, is going to be hosting the call. But since it is the first of the month, I want to take just a second and introduce or congratulate everybody who rank advanced and who took shares of the pool. So let me announce those really quick. Jill Wittishaw, 5 shares of the pool. You guys, please drop her some love in that. That is awesome. Lynn and Michael Ney, Dr. Dean DeLucia, April Martinez, Virginia Hornman, Liliane Marita, Melissa Stockman, Dr. Maria Doherty, Kim Kubinski, Brody Kubinski, and Martina Gomez. So congratulations to all of you. You guys, that means they got 5 new enrollments and a total of over 500 new PV. Congratulations. And also congratulations to Lita Gonzalez, Pro 1, Cynthia Berlandro, Pro 2, Feliciano Gomez, Pro 2, Elda Rivera, a brand new distributor, and Laura Chavez, Pro 2. So congratulations to everybody. And just so you guys know, our super fun announcement, we broke 2 new Pro 7s in Hawaii from the Hawaii team, Melody Sorjan and Jennifer Murray, and Daisy Goodwin hit Pro 9. So lots of fun. Daisy had over 70 rank advancements on her team last month. You guys, lots of really cool stuff happening right now in LifeVantage, and it's because we're all pulling together and using the ITT system. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Jean.
Okay, well, thank you, Andy, and thank you for having me on this. And I love being part of this. This is great. Tonight, I have the pleasure and the privilege to invite Fred Graves on our call. Maristella is scaring me with her driving, but here. Fred Graves is a member of the Field Advisory Board, longtime member, a leader in LifeVantage. I know Fred from way back when. He and Brian Cerulli were the 2 people that introduced LifeVantage to me 10 years ago. They worked their way past my front office and got their laptop and that ABC News video in front of me. And that's really which started me on my journey. And Fred has been a friend and a mentor for me for many, many years. And I want to thank you for that, Fred. Anyway, I invited him on tonight. I would like to hear, and I think we all want to hear a little bit about Fred's story, but also he's got his pulse on the company, and I'd love to hear where we're going and what Fred feels the future of LifeVantage is too. So Fred, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, Maristella, keep it between the lines. Scaring Doc.
I know.
Can't have him scared on a Zoom. We know those Brazilians, they don't care about the lines in Brazil. So you're in the US, you got to stay between the lines. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to have me on tonight, and it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see all the different teams coming together, and it's one of the main reasons why we're so excited company wide of what we've got going on. But for you guys, maybe you're new. Just so you know a little bit about who I am and where I come from. I actually this month makes 11 years in network marketing and LifeVantage for me. LifeVantage was my first introduction to network marketing. And, sometimes when you hear of people having success, you always, size up, will it work for me? What did they know that I didn't know, or who did they know that I don't know? And honestly, guys, what I love about this opportunity with LifeVantage is it doesn't really matter your resume. It doesn't matter where you come from or your background. It really just comes from, if you have a passion for helping people and you have a desire of change, then you're going to have a lot of success here at LifeVantage. And my background is I grew up around a family doing heavy construction. And honestly, any natural disaster, hurricane, ice storm, tornado, anything that you ever saw from a Weather Channel standpoint of where people were getting evacuated, we were the only crazy people heading to it, right? Because that's what we did for a business. My family was the first responders getting the city back up and running. It was a rush. It was risky. It was rewarding, helping people get their lives back to normal. And it was very lucrative. So I grew up around this environment. I had a passion for running heavy equipment. I thought I had everything planned in life to join my dad in his general contracting company. And at 14 years of age, his dad died. He died in a crazy car accident. And so, you know, in life, things happen that are not expected, and you got a choice to make. And, you know, I took a choice of fighting. And so I decided to, you know, at 16 years of age, I remember sitting around with some friends of mine, and they're talking about what college we were going to go to and what sports we we're going to play. And I'm like, man, you know, you're at 14, you think you got things figured out, following your dad and whoever it is. And then, you know, at 14, you got to grow up overnight. And so at 16, I'm like, man, I got to go start life. I'm ready to go start life. It didn't make sense to have a professor teach me how to run a business, and they're not running a business. So I took the theory in life, you know what, if someone has something you want, we're all equal. Every human in this world is equal. The only thing that separates us in life are the choices that we make. And so I dropped out of school at 16 years of age and surrounded myself with kind of the people that were running the industry of chasing storms and disaster relief. And it worked. And every year I got a little bit bigger. My business got bigger, my more employees, more crews. And by the time I was 24, I made my first $1 million. So I really thought I had life figured out. I had a plan to be retired at 30. And with the money that I was making, it was definitely possible. But again, things happen in life that you can't control, right? And it just so happened that that industry got flooded out. There wasn't as much money involved. And as much as I love to work, I don't like working for free. And so I diversified, and I actually had an opportunity to buy a gypsum mine over in Dominican Republic. And I went all in. Bought this gypsum mine, was mining gypsum there lived in Dominican Republic for a year. And when the economy crashed, something completely out of my control, in 08, 09, my investors backed out. So in August of 09, after investing my life savings, spending a year over there, getting everything up and running, I got that phone call in August that said, hey, man, we've got to pull out. And so when investors are funding operation and there's no money to operate, deal's done. So I said, well, I don't have money to get home because I'm all in on this. Get me a flight home and I guess we'll figure it out. And so I literally came back to America in August of 09 with a suitcase full of clothes. So it's kind of funny when you hear people talk about, I don't have time or I don't have money. I don't have much pity for them because there's not too many people that were broker than I was. And November of 2009, my sister, Lynette Cunningham, and my brother-in-law, Brandon Cunningham, said, hey, you know, we think we got something you need to see. And I watched the ABC video and I'm like, what does this have to do with me, guys? I mean, I can't even spell half the stuff that I just heard about. And they're like, here's what it has to do with you. This is a publicly traded company. This is a solution the medical world's been looking for, and no one knows about it. And I go, you mean to tell me it's a solution the medical world's looking for? We've got patents, we're publicly traded, and no one knows about it? And Brandon's like, yeah, me. And I just like, yeah, right, whatever. And so he's like, no, I'm not kidding, man. We have the opportunity to go tell the world about a product people are going to find out about anyway, and we could participate financially. And I go, okay, well, you know, the world's changed. We live in a world where technology is taking over. And as technology changes, society they adapt. They want the best of everything they can get their hands on. And you and I read and watch movies about the success stories of the companies that capitalized on that transition, Facebook, the Amazons of the world. And, you know, Amazon and Facebook didn't call me to participate. So I was kind of in a position where I was tired of reading about these success stories and only have an opportunity to be a consumer. And LifeVantage came along, and I realized that this wasn't just a product some people might take. This was going to change the way people take care of their health. We had exclusivity. We're publicly traded, and I had an opportunity to go capture as much of it as I want. And I literally called my girlfriend at the time, Casey, and I said, hey, get all of our money together. And she started laughing. I mean, guys, we were renting a bedroom from a friend for $300 a month. We were sleeping on a futon. And she started laughing and she's like, what money? And I'm like, I'm not kidding. This isn't a joke. Get our money together. And there's no such thing as a credit card at this point in our life. Both our cars got repoed. And I said, get our money together. We've got to do this. And she started crying and she's like, if we do whatever you're saying we're going to do, we're going to have $200 left to our name. And Fred, we have to pay rent next week to Todd and it's $300, right? This is a real conversation. And I go, look, if we don't change our circumstance, our life's not going to change. And this is it. So we literally enrolled with LifeVantage, left ourselves with $200 to our name. not knowing anything about network marketing, scared to death to talk in front of anybody. I told Brandon, I said, I will take this company to the top. I will never speak in front of anybody ever. It's not my cup of tea. And we just went to work. And I remember talking to, the top leadership that started this company. And I'm like, hey, what do I need to do? I'm going to take this to the top. And they're like, well, they all said the same thing. They said, stick to the system, stay plugged in, never miss a corporate event. I'm like, yeah, but what else do I need to know? And they're like, that's it. I'm like, crap. So I called the next one, and same thing was over and over and over. And guys, that's all we did. We took advantage of an opportunity that was given to me. I didn't call my prospects and ask their opinion. I didn't call my friend and have them watch a video and ask them what they thought. This was my opportunity. When I came back from DR, there was no one that offered me food. There was no one that offered me money. There was no one that brought me a car. So why was I going to allow any one of those to predict my future when I felt I had a way out with LifeVantage? So I had that confidence and posture in talking to every single person. And that's all that I did. I was like, man, I found it. And they're like, you found what? I'm like, I found what everybody in the world's looking for. Because I know everyone in the world, if they could, they would have more money, more time, and better health. I don't really give a crap how successful you are, how broke you are. If you could flip a switch, you would have more money, more time, and better health. The only reason people say no to any of those things is they don't think it's possible. They also have never seen an opportunity that could give you all of those things at once. And so if you want to take your first tip of the day, you have to know where you're going. You don't allow your prospects to predict your future. And I created this mindset that I wasn't going to allow anyone or anything to predict my future. This was my shot. And so I literally just kept putting this in front of people. And whether they said yes or no or asked too many questions, I kept going. I literally left Brand's house at 9:00 that night. And at 1:00 in the morning, Casey's like, you've got to stop calling people. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, people die in the middle of the night. Cars get repoed in the middle of the night. And people are starving and sick because they don't have money. Like, this is our shot. Like, if you knew what I knew about Facebook, every single person in the world would have invested in it, right? You would be going, I can't believe you called me at 2 a.m. to tell me to invest in a soon-to-be billion-dollar company. No. Are you kidding me? You call me whatever time to tell me that I can participate in what you knew was going to be big. And that was my approach to this opportunity. And 16 months later, we're making 10 grand a month. 28 months later, we're making 40 grand a month. 32 months later, we break 50 grand a month. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this opportunity, I love making money. I love making business, but it gave me something that traditional business never gave me. And that was the ability to impact people's lives. When you look at traditional business, there's all these successful people. Do you think Bezos sits back at home and he feels good because he's changing people's lives? No. He pats himself on the back and goes, I'm the richest guy in the world. What did he do to become the richest guy in the world? He's putting mom and pop's businesses out of business every single day, right? You think Mark Zuckerberg sits back and go, man, I feel so fulfilled because I'm impacting people's life? No. He's going, what are we going to do for me to make more money? We're going to buy WhatsApp. We're going to do this. There's strategies to make themselves bigger. And that's the mindset of traditional business. And when you enter the concept of leveraged income and impacting people's lives and realize in order for you to become successful, the only way for you to become successful in this business is you have to help other people. This is the personal development that everybody in the world needs. The biggest problem with society right now is they don't have the personal growth and training that we get in network marketing. Can you imagine if the world got the training that we get to take the focus off of what you want in life and go focus on other people's goals, and the whole world that we live in will be completely different. So LifeVantage has made me not just successful and give me a life that I can't imagine because I get to be a full-time dad and a full-time father, but it's allowed me to go help people that honestly never had a shot. They never had an opportunity, right? I say LifeVantage is the opportunity for the masses. We don't care if you dropped out of school. We don't care if you got Fs in school. We don't care if you've been arrested. We don't care if you're a doctor. We don't care if you're a lawyer. It doesn't matter. If you're at a point in your life when you want change, we will help you make that happen. Okay. So again, I'm forever grateful for this opportunity of LifeVantage. And I love business and I angel invest in so many different things, but I don't give a crap how much money I ever make or how big I make it financially, I will forever do these trainings. I will forever do these calls, because you know what? You get to a point that you realize that money is paper, right? Money doesn't make you happy. Money doesn't make you fulfilled. It gives you options. It's paper, right? And so the point of it is, when you can create fulfillment in doing business, which I love to do, for me, it's the most rewarding thing I could ever imagine to do. So let's fast forward and give you a little history in the company. So the first 4 years, we go to $200 million. We're exploding. Why? Why was that? Because every single person had the same focus, that we were all working towards the same thing. We all had the same system that we were all using. There was no options in what video to play. There was no options in what do we do next. Every training, whether you were on this person team's training or this team's training or my training, you heard the same system. It was lock and step. And what you have to understand is, if you've ever been in a boat, if you get in a boat and there's 6 people in a boat, and you give 6 people an oar, and you just tell people, paddle when you want, what do you think is going to happen to that boat? The boat is going to go sideways. It's going to go in circles. In order for it to get the boat going in one direction, you have to be lock and step and rowing together. Does that make sense? Yes, it makes sense. That's why we had success, because everyone was doing the same thing. And so what's happened in the last couple of years in LifeVantage? Business, growing pains. We launched new products. You've got leadership that ran this company that's never done network marketing before, right? And so we didn't know what we were doing right or wrong. We were doing the best to our ability. And so when a new product came out, we go, oh, wow, we got to talk about this product. And then when you're telling the same story for 4 or 5 years, you get tired of saying the same thing. You think, man, we got to freshen this up. But you know what? It's not about you. It's about the person hearing about for the same thing. And so for the last 4 or 5 years, what I feel like is we've been chasing our tail, looking for the problem, but there never was a problem. There's not a problem with LifeVantage. There's not a problem with the opportunity. Products never change. Compensation never changed. What's changed is we got off track of following that simplistic system. So then when you try to get all these high-level leaders back together agreeing on a system, are you kidding me? It's difficult. Why? Because there's not a CEO to go, this is what we're going to do. And if you don't do it, you're fired. We're all independent. You're not going to tell me what to do. So we have to humble ourselves to realize the importance to all get in the same boat and row together, right? It's not about whose boat's faster. It's not about who rows faster. It's if we all row together, we win, okay? Very difficult task. But let me tell you what happens if I say if, because very, 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 very rarely does that ever happen in network marketing. That you have high-level leadership put their egos aside, put their mythology, their thoughts, their system, their ways of doing things aside, and just agree to where you all get in a boat and do the same thing. And what I have seen happen to this company, and it's been happening slowly but surely, but it literally flipped the switch. I mean, a couple of months ago, it's the most encouraging, emotional, exciting thing I've ever been a part of. It's something that is like we've done the unthinkable to get this high level leadership all agreeing, all excited. You know how exciting it is to have Marcel Niederhauser, a guy that's been in the industry for over 25 years, that's been on so many FABs, that Marcel, he's not changing for anyone. Marcel knows what he does, right? If you got a problem in your group, go enroll 5 more. Listen, he's been saying the same thing since I've met him. But guess what? When you hear his text and his voice go, thank you, I'm so excited. I have the excitement levels I had when we launched this company. It's something that I wish every single person in this company could feel our heart and our minds and our emotions to know something is very, very special. So not only do you have the field leadership and corporate 100% lock in step. And let me just tell you, I've been here through the 3 CEOs. I've been here through the corporate fires. And the last transition, I'll kindly say, that we went through, our most recent, has been the most critical and crucial movement adjustment that has ever happened in the history of this company. Because one domino was removed and literally everything's working the way it needs to work. It is mind-blowing. It is crazy how fast things are happening. So you got Unity corporate, Unity field, Unity corporate and field together. We're agreeing on one system. We've got ITT. We're not just talking about working on ITT. It's here. It's here for you to use in our back office. It's not a list of what we need to do's. For the last 6 years, we've been working on a list of need to do's. And then we get back together, there's a list of need to do's. And then we get back together, well, there's more to the list of need to do's. The list is done. The list is done. We've got the ITTs. The videos are done. There's no questions of what you do. I don't listen to me. If you guys want to grow your business, I'm going to be very blunt but kind. It doesn't matter what video you like. It doesn't matter what video you like. If you want to grow your business, you use ITT. You use Flip video, use Learn video, and you get them in front of the team. That is how you grow. You have to take yourself out of the equation. It's not about you. It's about that person that's hearing this for the first time. And what a lot of people don't comprehend about duplication and growth is that person that's hearing this information, again, everyone, if they could, would have more money, more time, and better health. When they're taking this information, half of what's going on in their head is they're trying to figure out if this will work for them. What if I fail? What are my friends going to think? I have a fear of failure. All of these things are keeping them from moving. Well, I don't have time. I've got kids. I'm working 2 jobs. They don't think the end is possible, because if they thought the end was possible, nothing would get in their way. So the point of it is why that system is so important is if Fred Graves calls my friend today and tells him that he needs to join LifeVantage, and I promise you, I could tell him everything he needs to hear to enroll. But what out am I giving him? Well, Fred, you've been in this for 10 years, man. I can't do what you've done, right? So by following the system, you're allowing people to see that anybody can do it, that our job is to literally feed a funnel. If you can feed a funnel and put people on a video 1, video 2, and let them talk to me, you can have success in this. Let the science do the talking. We don't have to describe what the products do. You see, our products are so good, we went down this rabbit hole of trying to explain it. If you walk into my home and said, I have a headache, I'm going to go, oh, okay, I got a Tylenol or Advil. You're not going to go, what's in it? Where was it made? What's the expiration date? Is there studies? But the problem is we talk so much about what's in our product and the studies and the ingredients that people go, okay, well, I want to see. I've never had anybody describe any headache medicine before, what's in it and the studies and ingredients, but now you are, so let me go down this rabbit hole. You see, we're overthinking it. So we've got to keep it simple. So at the end of the day, the system works, and it works for every single person out there. Again, it doesn't matter your skill of getting in front of people, anything. It takes no skill. You know why I love LifeVantage? Because in traditional business, you get paid off of your skill and your experience. You know what you get paid off of in network marketing? Human behavior. Human behavior. What we do as humans, we share information when something brings joy to us. So be excited about our opportunity and show them video Flip, and be excited about our opportunity in the products and show them video Learn, and be excited about you have an opportunity to be a part of this multi-billion-dollar movement and let your team member tell them about it. That's how we grow this business. That makes sense? And then on top of that, you've got a referral program. You realize this referral program, here's what's exciting is for the past 3 years, I probably have been the loudest voice saying we have to have a referral program, right? And I can tell you this, I never imagined in my wildest dreams they would ever put together something as powerful as this. They flew the Pro 10s and FAB members out to Montage a month or so ago. And that's really where we came together as a company. It was pretty magical, right? But we all got together and they announced to us, right, under an NDA that we've got a referral program coming out. And we're like, yes, thank you. Thank you. We're so excited. And I'll never forget, I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I'm sitting in my living room and I'm talking to someone, kind of explaining what's coming with the referral program. And as I'm explaining it, I stopped and I looked at Casey and I go, no, I messed up. I got to hold on. I'm sorry I said that. Let me verify what I just said, because there's no way that's possible. That's too good to be true. And I literally stopped my conversation and called Skylar. And I said, bro, I need some clarity, because I literally just got goosebumps explaining this referral program. And I'm almost positive I don't have it right. And he said, well, tell me what you think. And I told him, he starts laughing. He goes, dude, that's it. And I'm like, holy crap. I can't even believe this is real. And I hung the phone when I called Brandon and I go, do you realize what this referral program really is? He goes, yeah, I think so. We talked for an hour and a half on the phone, and we did for the next 3 days, going, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you understand the power of this referral program? The referral program alone is going to double our company. It's going to go completely viral. There's so much psychology in the power when you really dig in to that referral program. Do you realize when you as a distributor post the best post on Facebook and someone reads it and they find out you're a distributor, that's called friction. They go, oh, you're making money. It's called friction, right? Now you have a customer talking about a product they have results with and that they're not a distributor, but they just so happen to have a $10 coupon. No friction. No friction on the buying side at all, right? And that person that signs up, you still get paid, right? The other thing, I've been a massive voice behind the scenes is saying we have to get back to the enrollment pool. We've got to reward proper behavior. We have to reward people that are doing the work, not their rank or whatever. No coded crap. Whoever does the work deserves the money. So guess what came back? The share pool, right? The enrollment pool. Do you guys realize that the referral program adds to your pool? Are you kidding me? It's absolutely insane that for so many years as a leader, we've been frustrated. We've been fighting the fight. We've been fighting for you. We've been fighting for us. We've been fighting for this company. And it seems like nothing's been done. And then you look back and you go, wow, I'm so happy they didn't have a video a year ago. I'm so happy that the referral program didn't come out. Because you know what? The company wasn't prepared. The unity wasn't there. And so now that the unity's there, and now the system's there, and now the referral program's there, it's like, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect storm. And I'm not even kidding you. This is off the camera conversations. We literally, our FAB meeting 2 weeks ago, when you're on FAB meeting, they're 1 hour, hard 1 hour because everybody's busy. It was so good. We went 2 hours. Corporate canceled their next call. We were like 2 hours wasn't enough. And it was just game plan. It was this, it was that. And then we got off FAB, and guess what happened that night at 7 o'clock? Tara Wilson and the Pose and myself sat on Zoom for 2 more hours, game planning again. Like this is the mindset of like, holy cow. Like I can't even fathom what's about to happen to this company. And I literally, in personal conversations, I went to corporate 3 times in the last 2 months for different recordings or meetings. And me and Justin were talking. It was just me and Justin eating sushi. And I'm like, bro, you've been around this industry for a long time. And I know this is my first rodeo. And I've been a student of the industry. And I think I know it out. I understand how things work out, but I've never lived through it. But you have seen companies, something happen, just something click, and the company goes into full-blown momentum. And I'm like, I feel like this is our story. And he goes, Fred, he goes, I've never seen this many things line up to create this to happen to a company. So the point of it is, guys, where we're at right now as this company, I personally feel, this is my honest truth. You guys are all distributors. I'm not pitching you. I'm not selling you. This is the launch of LifeVantage. I feel like the last 11 years has been us perfecting the plans, the architectural design, the foundation. We know that the foundation is cured and it is ready to build this giant. And that's where we're at as a company. Even from myself standpoint, I told you, I'm committed to LifeVantage for the rest of my life. I will always do meetings. I will always do trainings because it gives me a level of fulfillment I can't get just out of making money. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this. I have been supporting and I have been working the last 6-7 years, but every single one of us can be honest and know there's another level. There's another high gear, right? There's an overdrive. There's a high speed. And that's where I'm at right now. And Casey and I are wide open. We got 3 shares in the pool last month. We have a meeting on Saturday. We're enrolling 3 more distributors this week. We're flying up to some distributors that were in Tampa that we love, but they didn't have success. They've hung around the tree long enough. I'm contacting old distributors. I've got old subscriptions reactivating customers. What you guys need to be doing is first and foremost, making sure you are perfecting the ITT, making sure your team understands the power of ITT and knows what to do. And then one by one going and getting a hold of those distributors that wanted LifeVantage and saw the vision. And you know what? Life happens. And honestly, we didn't have the tools for them to really go out and crush it. And now we do. And so those phone calls, you believe it or not, go a long way of going, hey, listen, you know what? I know that you said yes to this because you had an opportunity, you saw vision of this, and life happened, but we've got some special things happen. I don't want you to miss it. If you're open, I'll bring you up to speed. And they're going to listen and have those customers. Hey, just so you know, we appreciate your loyalty of being a customer. We want to reward you for it. We now allow you to refer your friends to this awesome product that you've been on for so long. You're going to get a $10 credit for every person you refer, and they're going to save $10 on that first purchase. It's a no-brainer. They're going to talk about it anyway. They've never had an incentive to talk about it. I promise you what you guys are going to see the next couple of months, you're going to have more enrollments coming out of your customer base than you've had the last couple of months coming from your distributor base. That's because the friction is completely released. So again, there's so much exciting stuff happening right now at the company. I'm so thankful and appreciative to the leadership of this company, because in network marketing, when companies go through what we go through, they leave and chase the money. They lose sight of their vision. And I posted a Facebook post the other day and I said, successful people doesn't come about luck. Successful people are the ones that never lose sight of why they started. And what I know is about to happen to this company, every single one of you deserve, because you guys have earned it. You put in, I had a long conversation with Tori Hill, right? Pro 8, my organization. And we were talking about different things. I said, you know, when you really sit back and look at success, there's different highlights. There's consistency, there's persistence, there's perseverance, there's commitment. There's all these different things that you have to, it's part of a formula to create success. I said, all those frustration years, those tears of frustration, right? That you felt like you were literally pushing a ball uphill. I said, now you can go back and check off that box of perseverance, right? And you know what? If you want to create true success, there is no speed. There's no speedway. There's no fast route. You've got to go through it. If you want to create true success that lasts, there's no hand-me-downs, right? There's no fast track. It's you just got to spend the time and put the effort and time in. And you know what? The leadership of LifeVantage has done it. We've got the most loyal leadership this industry has ever seen. Man, I don't know. I'm back to lose. I've been involved for 11 years and I've been in business my whole life. And if you would have told me that the opportunity would be better now than it was when I started, I would say that you're crazy, because that's usually not how business works. And I promise you the opportunity is better right now than it ever has been. And honestly, ever will be. Because when this momentum kicks in and we start growing, the wisdom and what we've learned from a leadership standpoint over the last years, we know what it takes to screw it up. We know what it takes to make it work. And I promise you, when we get this thing rolling, it's not going to stop. So, you know, I encourage every single one of you guys to go back to day one. Go back to that level of what made you say yes to this opportunity. What was it that you saw in LifeVantage for you to take the plunge? Because majority of the masses in this world, they justify their life's okay, and they're not willing to change it. And every single one of you were willing to change your situation because you saw something in this that you wanted more of, whether it was health, wealth, or time. And what I want you to do is go revisit that and go revisit your why and refocus on what you said yes for and what you want out of this, and go work harder than ever. And at the end of the day, if this doesn't work for you or it's not going fast enough for you, the only person that you can talk to or complain is that person that you see when you're brushing your teeth. That's it. Because at the end of the day, it's on us. Hopefully you guys brush your teeth. I don't know. So I could ramble all night. I don't want to keep you guys too much. I know Gene said possibly question and answer, but I took the 30 minutes he had asked me for. My time is yours. If you guys want me to keep talking about a certain subject or answer questions, I'm here for you.
First of all, thank you very much, Fred. Very inspiring. Thank you for your passion and your leadership. Vandy, do you have the controls? Do you want to put it up for some questions?
Anybody can just unmute themselves if they want to jump on and ask Fred a question, but thank you so much, Fred. This was so inspiring. I love hearing you speak, and you always say you didn't ever want to speak, but you've always done a fabulous job. So thank you for being on our call tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Any other questions, guys?
Have the numbers come out yet? I know they went and made an announcement for our quarter. I just want to know if you heard what the numbers are and, you know, where are we right now?
I don't know. I don't care about our stock. I don't care about the numbers. Honestly, again, it's just the way that I've always been, because the stock doesn't reflect the health of the company. You got people that have their hands day trading that are manipulating the stock. And I've never allowed that to take my focus, because I don't want to focus on the health of the company that way. And honestly, I know what's happened the last 2 weeks. So I don't want to come off being rude. I'm really not being rude, but personally, I don't even care what the numbers were. I don't, because I know what's happening and what's going to happen. So again, you know, I don't know. I have no clue. Absolutely. I have no clue the stock price. I have no clue the numbers. I know what's about to happen to our numbers and I know what's about to happen to our stock price. And if you're going to buy, now's the time to buy.
We had one more question. Where's the best place to get details that cover the referral program on the back office?
They're coming out slowly but surely. So there's some videos that are, and some slides that have now they're trickling out in your groups. I know I posted some into our group chat. Dr. Lucia has them. He can spread those out. You can give it a couple of days and everybody will have them out, you know, to kind of explain how it works as far as, you know, getting that distributor. I mean, customer's got to log into their back office using their ID number, and kind of accept the program, and their link in essence is going to be their ID number .lifevantage.com. And the cool part about it is they send that link out, and you know, when they get a credit, it automatically goes. That credit automatically banks against their subscription the following month. The only reason a customer would need to go log in to, in essence, spend their money is if they have got more credits than they're spending, because that credit lasts for 1 month. So I think you're going to see in the next day, you're going to see all the flyers and videos that you need to see.
Perfect. Thank you. I didn't see any other questions in the chat. If anyone else has any questions, they can unmute and jump on, but.
Yeah, I wanted to say that we had a customer actually sign up a customer today, and it was pretty simple. Like Fred said, it's the customer ID .lifevantage.com, which is really, really simple.
Did that customer have to do anything in their back office, or they just literally send that link?
No, they just sent the link, and this particular customer signed up her own customer. You know, in other words, she was actually doing the signing up, okay. But you know, we just instructed her to use that link, and it went very smoothly. You can also find the link if they log in as a customer. They can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. You know, people probably know where the resource tab is at the bottom of the page, where all the other forums are. You go a little further down, actually 2 spaces down, and it says your unique link, and you can find it there as well. If a distributor clicks on that button, it says you don't have a link. So it's only for the customers, but yeah, pretty simple.
Let me add this while we have everybody. I will tell you that we've had the app out for a while, okay? And I know if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know a couple years back when it came out, we all went and it wasn't working properly, and a lot of us got frustrated. I want you to understand that the person controlling the app now is completely different, and this guy is on top of his game. And the app, you need to give it another shot. It is a completely different app. The app is unbelievable. It is unbelievable how the app works now. So again, if you're frustrated before, I get it, but you have to give it another shot because it is a completely different thing. And I'll just tell you this, the other thing with the referral program that I'm going to be doing personally, it's just a suggestion. You don't have to do this. My concept is I rather take a little bit out of my pocket for more people to win. And I probably will never, ever sign up another personal customer ever again. From now on, every customer, I will allow another customer. I'm going to use their links. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my personal, I'm going to have a like flow chart of all my customers. I'm going to have their links. And when I'm going to one by one give them away. And here's why I'm going to do that. Because as I give that customer person away, if Mike's a customer and he's not doing anything referring people, right? And I give his link to my friend Susie that I'm signing up, he's going to get a $10 credit in his back office. And that person, Susie's going to get $10 off their first order. I lose a little bit of money, but Susie's still my personal customer. I don't lose her. I still make 40% off of a little bit less volume. But now what happens? Susie's happy because she saved $10. Mike's happy because he gets a $10 credit, right? So who wins? If Mike's happy and she's happy, we win by making other people happy. That's the name of the game. So again, from my standpoint, I will never personally enroll another customer with this program.
Right there with you, Fred. Right there with you.
I can tell you, we had the same experience with the app as well, because, we, at first, it was frustrating. It would like pause. And at first, you couldn't even load your contacts, from your phone. There was just a number of things that were not right. But now they've added, whatever. They've updated it completely. The import mechanism works great. Yeah. And the other piece that they've added, which I think is absolutely invaluable, is that it notifies you when your client, your prospect, has watched the video. So when the person has actually seen the video, the machine sends you a card, and you get that card, and you know that he's seen the video, and then you can begin the next step of whatever follow-up you choose to take, whether it's the send the longer video or text him something else, or get him in contact with, send your referral link or whatever it is. But it really is excellent. And, the idea of having an electronic, a place where you can actually store contacts like that electronically is something that I've been looking for a long time. And, we've had a couple of different apps. Actually, Seth Mulder has an app out there. It's called the Rapid Funnel, which we were actually using for a while. And this is very, very similar. I think they actually took some of the design aspects of that and incorporated it into the LifeVantage app. So we're really excited about the use of the app as well.
Yeah. And just what Mike said is, when if I send Mike the flip video, it's going to let me know when he watches it, and it's going to give me an idea text back. That's an idea text, right? And so what you can do is you can kind of frame that to make it you, right? Don't become the computer. That computer's giving you an idea of going, oh, this is what I should say, but just adjust the words. So when Mike gets that text, he goes, oh, that's Fred, right? Yeah. Again, you guys know how I talk. I'm real blunt, raw. If I have this granular correct and all this kind of stuff, I'm probably going to misspell some words on purpose so people know it's me. Not kidding, but it's just an idea.
Two more questions that came up. Is the referral program here to stay?
Yeah.
And just clarify that, yes, if one of your PCs refers another one, that counts towards you getting in the pool and as your personal customer.
It counts towards your PV. It's your 100% customer. So the program is here to stay. And it's too successful. And from the pool standpoint, they always beta test stuff, but the success is there, and that's going to be here to stay too.
Awesome.
So ITT guys, ITT 25, like that needs to be the focus of your team, drilling it. Have some fun with your teams, give some stuff away. Keep people accountable. I've got some teams that have DMO groups to where when every week, if your DMO's filled out every day, you get into a drawing. They actually put your name in a wheel and they spin the wheel and give away a back Axio. People love that kind of stuff. Have some fun with your team. This should be fun for you. I mean, you're not just going to work to pay the bills, right? You're now a part of a movement that's changing lives from a health standpoint, giving people hope financially, and you're surrounded by people that are all fighting for the same goal. And what I love about LifeVantage is you don't have people on stage talking about yachts and Lamborghinis. And yeah, some of us have nice things, but it's not what drives us. Our drive is because we want more time with our family. This is a very loving family group company wide, and it's awesome to be a part of.
Hi, I have a question. Will the referred customer be in the holding tank? Will you be able to place him, the new customer, somewhere else in the organization?
I don't know, but I wouldn't advise it. I mean, if Mike refers Susie, I would definitely keep Susie under Mike. You know, just from a standpoint of eventually, you know, the point of the power of this is eventually, you know, when Mike goes and refers 10 people, I'm going to have a conversation with Mike and go, bro, congratulations. You're crushing this. I'm excited that you're getting free product. Just so you know, you're doing the business, because a lot of people get frozen when you talk about business. They think, oh, we running and operating a business like a McDonald's, and they get overwhelmed. So when people realize that our business means getting information in front of people, they go, wow, really? Like, you mean I referred 10 people, and if I was in the business, I would have got paid on those 10 people? So when someone refers someone, I don't think it's wise. I don't know if the company gives you that option, I'm probably going to talk to them on FAB to highly suggest against it. If Mike refers someone, it should definitely stay under Mike.
Thank you.
But it's likely that you actually placed Mike in, you know, in the organization someplace.
Yeah.
Originally, he was your customer, so you placed him maybe, you know, on the 9% level or something like that at any rate. But yeah, you're right. Whatever referrals he's made is certainly should be under him.
Because this happened this week, guys. We ran an Axio challenge in our group. Okay. And my neighbor next door to us, daughter, got on the Axio challenge. Okay. She bought the $25 sample kit from Casey, and then her friend wanted it. And so Casey, we met her friend and sold her a $25 kit. Well, her friend hasn't stopped. She's like, oh my gosh, I want hair care. Oh my gosh, I want this. Oh my gosh, there's a business behind this. I want the business. So we immediately called Brooke back and said, hey, Brooke, listen, this is how this thing works. We met her through you. She's ready to pull the trigger. I don't want you to do the business if you don't want to, but I also don't want to sign her up if you're not, if you want to do the business. And so we had that conversation with Brooke first and enrolled her, and then she enrolled the person. So again, you know, you're gonna have a lot of customers going, oh my gosh, you know, a referee finds out about opportunity, gets interested, and then that person, you know, if they enroll, it comes up to you. And so again, you know, that suggestion I'm gonna have is, you know, if Mike's referee upgrades to be a distributor, the first phone call I'm calling is Mike and going, hey brother, dude, you referred Susie and she wants to do this business. Again, I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do, but if you're interested, just know you've got #1 distributor ready to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Was there any more questions? I thought I saw one more hand go up. Okay. Did we lose Dr. Jean?
I'm still here.
Hey.
Thank you, Fred. I do appreciate it. As always, very inspiring. And thank you for your leadership and your mentorship.
Absolutely.
So that's all for me tonight. Vandy, do you have anything else?